Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to American versus UK homes, Americans living in the UK. So this is obviously a UK kitchen, and I'll be honest, for kitchens that I've ever had, this is bigger than any kitchen I've ever ever had in my house or apartment or whatever. So they're obviously doing quite well for UK homes because this is quite a big kitchen for UK standards. But we're going to check this out and see what their, I guess, opinions are on homes in the US versus the UK as people who now live in the UK. And yeah, let's jump into this reaction.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Michelle.
I'm Josh.
And we're a bunch of Americans that live here in the UK.
We're only two, there's not a bunch of us.
There is, we're a family of 5. But today there's only 2 of us. Today we're going to kind of talk to you about British homes versus American homes. We're going to do something a little funny at the beginning.
Huh?
The very first thing you noticed
What is going on?
in the British home was what?
The
That was different.
brown cupboards?
How small they were.
Small?
Oh yeah.
This is small? This is not small. Come on. I mean, for them it probably is, but...
Big. We could go on for hours about how small they are in price comparison.
But first looks, when I roll up to the house, is immediately the roof is different for me. What do we call it back in the States?
It's like a terracotta.
Like a terracotta back in the States? There's a lot of, due to the climate and the area, a lot of mold grows on top of the houses. So, moldy roofs threw me off. It's just
Moldy roofs? I don't even know what they're talking about.
heavily
Wait, we have
present,
moldy
and
roofs?
this dude's allergic to it, so I had a rough time.
The terracotta roofs are,
They last 100 years, so they're good roofs. It's
Yeah.
just the area is prevalent in mold.
yeah, that's definitely, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That is definitely something in America. We just get these shingle roofs, and to actually get a terracotta roof, you would probably have to have them build a house or request that, or if you're getting a new roof, add that, which I think the other day we Googled it was about how much?
It's twice the amount of a regular roof. So if you had I think it was like a 2,000 square foot house or whatever, and you had a roof over it, it was like $25,000. And I think the
Damn.
terracotta was anywhere from $35,000 to $45,000.
Holy shit.
So double the price.
Not
So
cheap.
go UK, you definitely have better roofs, but it is definitely, like he said, probably because of the rain here, the mold here, and these roofs can probably withstand that for longer periods of time. For me, the very first thing I noticed about the house, on top of the size, was the washing machine in my kitchen.
Yeah, but that's not the first
Yeah.
thing you roll up on, Bill.
It's not, but it's the first thing that honestly stuck in my head that I thought was going to annoy me.
The other thing that threw me off was the door handles. Y'all don't have doorknobs, y'all all have door handles. And I think y'all get taxed or something. Something was different. And they were telling us about it, and I haven't Googled it, but they were telling us that it costs more for doorknobs or something along those lines. I'm not sure how true that is, but literally 15 homes that we looked at, and then on the drive there, no doorknobs or anything.
Just
Screens
handles,
on the
yeah.
front window.
To be fair, yeah, I've got handles. I've not got doorknobs. And my grandparents had doorknobs, but that was they built that house for themselves, so I guess they chose to have doorknobs.
And everything, no, to keep the bugs out and stuff. We were told we would be taxed if we had that out there, which threw me off.
I mean, that's mad. Honestly, that's mental. Like, surely just having nets to stop bugs from coming in should just be the norm. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Inside, I didn't notice that. The first thing that I rolled up on this house was definitely 100% the roof.
Yeah.
It threw me off. The front door threw me off a little bit, but it's just different culture.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Okay, so when you go into the doorknobs, if you have a round doorknob in the States, you could probably buy that for $5, depending on how classy you want to be. But a standard, like little round one, $5, $10. The ones like the UK has in every single house and door, those are the high end. You're getting into the $20 or $30. So it's all higher end quality whenever they're doing that. And the screens, because the UK, we'll get into it, don't have ceiling fans for the summertime. Now, summer probably lasts what?
No.
Depending on the year, 1 to 2 months, that you kind of need your ceiling fan. But you got to open your windows, and they have these little black bugs that just love to come in. So we didn't understand why you couldn't put screens
what?
up.
And spiders.
Yes.
They migrate inside the house.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Spiders just come inside, and you'll have this big ass spider in your house. It wasn't really bad last summer, but the summer before last, man, we had some spiders just in our house because I just have the windows open because it gets quite humid and quite sticky inside, especially when it's like maybe it's not extremely hot in the UK, but it's just, again, it's quite humid and you want a bit of air, like just, just a bit of a breeze. And then maybe you leave the windows open a little bit overnight, and then spiders are in your house, and then, yeah, you got them crawling. I remember one time, it wasn't a massive spider, it was probably like that big. Like, not too, I don't know, like that wide, I don't know, like that. Maybe a bit smaller, actually a bit smaller than that. It wasn't a tiny spider, but it also wasn't massive. And it was just crawling across our sofa, and I felt a little tick on my foot. Fuck that, bro. This is why I wish we had nets, like, just as like a common thing. Because even in Romania they have nets, but I think that's because they have like loads of mosquitoes, which obviously makes sense. But god damn, I would love to have that.
And you don't see them during the winter months, but heaven forbid the summer months. They're not poisonous, but this dude don't like them things. And I had one on my chest one day while I was asleep, and it freaked me out because they're big. Some of them are very big.
Oh, that one we found, it even scared me, and I'm not scared of spiders at all, but I mean, I'm not exaggerating. Now we're counting its legs and everything. It was massive.
House spiders here are pretty damn big, man.
Stop. I'm not. And the thing was massive.
It wasn't that big though. Come on.
And I remember Christian. He was really small then, but he was, mommy, mommy, mommy. And so I come and I'm like, oh yeah. And I was like, nope, Dad, gonna need some help. Vacuum cleaner. Where's the vacuum cleaner? I was like, just kill it.
Easiest way to get it is a vacuum. Suck that little sucker right back up.
Oh no. I was scared that thing was gonna run though. I was like, just kill it fast.
Door keys over here.
Yep.
They're not your typical door keys. They look like you just found a box of treasure. It's one of those old-timey looking keys. Some of them, I think a couple of ours were about yay long with the little... man, I'm going to have to Google that. That threw me off when I saw that bad boy. This is what one looks like. That was some of our
Don't
keys,
look like that.
Me.
Maybe in houses, to be fair. My key doesn't look like that, to be honest. But to be fair, for houses, they probably do look like that, to be honest. I feel like keys like this are usually for like your garage or like storage. Like, maybe not for your actual house, but I could be wrong.
I was like, oh my gosh, that's a huge key. And I was like, ooh, I found a box of treasure. So, and then carrying those in my pocket was ridiculous.
You need one of those things on the side of your belt.
Oh, yeah.
To strap on.
Hook it on there or whatever, like the prison guards used to back in the day, or all in the movies. I don't know how real that was either, but movies show them. And then the dog always has them in their mouth on that huge key ring. Yeah, those keys were... at first I thought it was so cool until I had to carry it in my pocket, and I was like, bump this.
I think it's super cute. I mean, that little stuff when you come over into a different culture is just kind of fun. Now to my thing that was my first issue was that washing machine being inside of my kitchen once we make it into the home. I was kind of floored by that, and it's fine. You get over it. You do your laundry as you're cooking dinner. It's just not an American concept that we're used to. Usually in America you have what we call laundry rooms, utility rooms. It's off to the side. You have your washing machine and your dryer. So for it to be in the kitchen, and they're a lot smaller. So 5 of us trying to do laundry, I'm not lying guys, to do one load took me all day. Yeah,
usually we can throw in like about 8 shirts and 3 or 4 pants in our laundry room back in the States. Here you gotta put 2 shirts in, you better dry them bad boys.
No, it's not that bad. You can fit more than that. Probably smaller though. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I don't really know washing machines varied in size that much, but it does make sense because, like, I think they're called laundromats in the US or laundrettes in the UK. They have massive washing machines. Are they like just them sort of ones, like the bigger one is just typical in the US, or does it just depend? But no, you can fit more than 2 shirts. Come on.
Or they'll smell. When I walked inside that house, the first thing I went looking for, because we got here in the summer, was the air conditioning.
None.
Ain't none, man. I was having a heart attack because Daddy sweats. Yeah. Don't like having pits and everything, or pit stains and stuff. And this dude right here can't handle it. So I like to be pampered when I'm not outside working or doing anything like that. I come home, I want to chillax, man. But you
I
get
feel
in the
it, man.
house and it's like 80. I'm like, put me back outside where the wind is and stuff. Nighttime, super hot, and it's miserable to go to sleep. I dreaded the first couple months.
Completely agree.
And that might just be because we're Americans, and honestly, we're spoiled to if it gets warm outside. Because let's get real, there's certain states.
What the fuck just happened? All right.
States in America that's hitting 100, 105, 110 even. So I guess maybe we're a little more spoiled on. You automatically, when you get hot, you get to switch that AC on. Because I think it's got a little bit better over the years we've lived here. Maybe not for him. He's looking at me like, no way.
No, I prefer my air conditioning, guys.
I don't know. In the States, though, guys, he would put the air on 60 in our...
But you can buy aircon. You can buy like portable aircon, so maybe it's not as good, to be fair. And you have to have your windows open, or if they own a house, they can like buy aircon. But I assume they don't own the house. If you own a house, you can buy aircon. You can fit it into your house, and then also you can get a portable aircon as well. But they're just quite hard to sort out and windows open, like I said. But yeah, I do understand. I mean, I'll be honest, I would love to have aircon, especially in the summer, because yeah, man, it would be useful.
Our house.
Not 60, 69.
I can't handle that. That I'm walking around, it's 100 degrees outside, it's 69 in our house, and I'm in a blanket doing.
I can't lie. When it's hot outside, you got it cool inside. It's the best, man. It's just the best. Like I think it would be such a nice thing to just not be overheating. I like being a little bit cold in my house, not like freezing, but that's probably very weird of me. I like being a bit cold. I don't know why.
This right here.
No, she was in a onesie. We all have onesies that we bought. Everybody in the house had a onesie. We could walk around in and everything.
And it's 100 degrees outside.
Another thing is, in the wintertime, you ain't got a lot of heat that comes through that house.
No.
And then, oh my gosh, we had an all-electric house.
No, wait. It's supposed to be better. It's supposed to be upgraded.
Oh my God, it cost me so much money. I think the first month was like 400 pounds because I used electricity to heat the house.
Holy shit.
After that, we had candles like back in the old times, walking around with our flames. Literally, this is it. Don't move or just walk around. No lights. I told my family, I was like, cut them lights out. We ain't have that no more. You weren't not privileged.
Because you can't afford to heat the house.
No, well, we couldn't because we didn't understand everything. I got forewarned by all my coworkers and everything. Hey, this is a different concept. It's not like back in the States where we pay $160 for a whole month of electricity. Yeah, that first bill hit and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I just did something real dumb. And then some of the other coworkers that came here with me, I mean, they had 1,600-pound bills.
I can't even imagine. I about died when I first saw it, and I was like, and I was just getting used to things, and I was like, wait, pounds to dollars, wait, it just still don't make sense. This is super high. There's no way. And guys, when I tell you, it's not like we were running our heat on 80 or anything. We were trying to stay at the minimum of 70, 72 to heat a cold house. And in Great Britain, honestly, 9 months out of 12 is cold, so you're not getting that break. I was miserable that first 6 months, just probably first year, trying to understand how to stay warm.
And another thing is the Wi-Fi is different over here.
It's worse.
Oh my God.
Terrible.
There's no such thing. I don't even know if we call that
If
Wi-Fi.
you live in an area that has fiber, you're good to go. Every single area we've lived at has not had fiber. And when we did have a possibility of having fiber, there is some local people that they call travelers and stuff.
Yes.
They kept digging up the copper. They would steal the copper and everything, so...
Where are they living?
Even if you had it, you didn't get it.
No. So you're sitting there, especially 5 of us in the house.
The game, though.
Everybody turn off their Wi-Fi. Is somebody using the Wi-Fi? I'm like, nobody's using it. It just don't work.
It's so true.
We were getting 1.6 megabytes per second or something like that. And
That is
this dude's trying
terrible.
to game, and it was not happening. And or YouTube or what was Netflix. We tried, and you'd sit there for an hour watching the circle spin for the next 10 minutes of the show.
We learned to like movies and DVD players at that time.
Yeah.
Because we were paying for the Netflix, and literally that's what you watch is the circle till you give up, and then you just turn it off and you're done.
God, it was very painful and everything, but we learned very fast.
You pick up on things.
It took us about a year when I say fast, and then we started learning the economy and everything, the shoulds, the do's and don'ts of the whole area, and it was. I just wish we could have learned it a lot sooner because it cost me a lot of money.
Well, and people tell you stories, but you're always those people going, oh, come on, that's over-exaggerated. 1,600 pounds to heat your house, that sounds ridiculous. I'm hard-headed, he's hard-headed, so yeah, it made believers out of us.
Yeah, when that happened, I was done. I was like, no more lights on, no more electricity, and don't even try to heat the house out. Y'all have candles. I bought each one of y'all candles.
Oh, my mom come to visit, bless her heart, and even that's what she said. The first thing when she walked in our house, she came to visit in like, I want to say May or something, one of the warmer months. Like it's hitting 50, a little bit of 60 here, Fahrenheit. And she was even going, how do you live here. It's freezing in here. Do you just walk around all day in your jacket? I'm like, yeah, pretty much, Mom. Just put your jacket on, you'll get used to it. So.
We also have one that's automated machine. So it'd kick on the heat in the afternoon when we arrived, and then later at night periodically and everything. But during those other times,
Cut it
little
off.
candle,
Yeah.
onesies walking
God
around.
damn.
If we were in
They're
that
living in
home,
the Stone
you
Ages.
you just don't have it on at all.
And it was 2 stories, and you can't heat that type of house up that quick. You have to be mindful.
Yes.
So literally that cost me a house payment and some more change.
Of learning.
Yeah, off of electricity.
Let's go back to the dryer. We did have a dryer. We had a dryer. And
You had a
thing,
dryer.
what, took-
That's quite a rarity, to be fair.
I'm not
Was it a
joking.
condensed dryer or whatever? It just sucks out the water. It doesn't heat the clothes up really. It just sucks it out, and then you have this large milk jug full of water.
And you have to take it out of your dryer and you empty it into the sink or wherever you decide to empty it. And in America, they filter out of the homes. So it lets all this hot air and stuff blow out of your home. In the UK, it just doesn't. That's why I know a lot of people hang dry their clothes in the UK.
I do.
And it makes sense why they do that when it's not raining.
And y'all's dryer, it says an hour and 30 on that mug.
No.
It's like 4 hours. It's just
Yeah.
the dryer says an hour and 30. 5 hours later, I'm still watching that thing spin, and it still says it's got 6 minutes to go.
No.
And I'm like freaking out over here. So we can't do laundry. There's 5 of us, man.
No.
These girls never wear the same pants twice.
Oh, we started, I was like, girls, unless it's dirty, you don't call it dirty. And then I just started where we hang dry. I mean,
Jesus
even in the showers
Christ.
or whatever, because it rains a lot.
It's not that bad,
Just
surely.
hang that stuff up. You get a little bit so the wrinkles get out, and you just hang dry it.
Oh, they guesstimate their water and their electricity. I forgot to say that. God, that drove me nuts. They're like, sir, your thing's 200 pounds. I was like, I didn't let my wife and daughters flush the toilet. Because you remember, if it's yellow, you let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. I'm just playing. I didn't really make them do that. But seriously, they were estimating our water for the longest time. I got bumped that because then you'd pay for all this money for it. And then the next month, they're like, oh, you have a credit of $20. I was like, how'd you know I have a credit? Can I see the breakdown? And they're like, sir, we can't show you the breakdown. We can send you a list. I was like, can I just pay exactly what I need to each month? They're like, you'd have to call in each one of your things. So I literally go out to the water meter, read the meter off to the water company, and pay for it that month.
Well, it's very cheeky how they said it out like that. It surely just gives like the ability to look at it in your house or something. I don't know why they make it so difficult.
Yes, it's off of a guesstimate for your household and what you pay. And I had to go out there. And so most Americans' homes have the water meter attached to the outside of your home. Angel, little water man, he comes and reads your little number. He takes it back to the water place. He gives you your bill. Well, here I was going outside in the ground with a key or a screwdriver to
It was a
pop it
knife.
up.
We took one of our kitchen
Yeah.
knives and I popped the top off, flip open this little white hatch, and it'd say the water numbers. There's like 3 or 4 numbers I had to read off to them, and then they would say, well, your cost is this for the month.
Yeah.
That drove me nuts.
I had to do that for the power bill too. I had to go outside. They have these little white
Yep.
doors on the outside, and you just have your little key and you open it up and you read the numbers to the power company to give your power bill. So just things like, just little things like that, because we're so accustomed to America that somebody does that for you, generates your bill. So even me remembering at first that, okay, yes, wait, I didn't call in a water bill. Wait, I didn't call in a power bill.
Yeah.
And the next thing let's touch base on. There's a few things going through my head. We'll just randomly say, because I'm sitting here looking at my kitchen, and it makes me think of a garbage disposal. So,
Yep.
most of you know what that is. You put your food on one side, it kind of eats it up as it goes. When my daughter's boyfriend, I started learning that, I thought maybe it was just our house that didn't have it, but he had said nowhere in the UK, it's not standard for a home to have that. And most American sinks now, if it's built, they have the garbage disposal. Now, guys, that's not a really important thing. I'm just trying to think of everything to kind of break it down for you. It's ceiling fans. The UK does not have ceiling fans. Most American homes have them definitely in a bedroom. Most common usually in our living room spaces. But I've been into a lot of British homes, and none of them had ceiling fans. They're only 2 years old when it was built, or when we came in.
I think we might have paid $130,000 back in the States for.
Yeah.
When I looked it up on, what was my app that I used here?
I don't remember.
And I looked up the sell rate. This thing that we pay $130,000 for was 500,000 pounds.
That's like $700,000 if you went to spend on
No, it's
exchange
actually
rate.
more than that
Yeah.
because when we got here, it was $1.67
Which was
for
killer too.
1 pound.
Oh,
So what we take my family out to McDonald's for, $20 meal for all 5 or whatever, we paid for all the Big Mac meals. When we got over here and went to McDonald's one day, it cost me $60.
when we first came in was astronomical.
And they took all my preservatives away out of that meat too, so I wasn't even getting the full badness of the dang product.
The next thing was our appliances. Yeah, guys, if you follow us on Instagram, Traveling Family of 5, I have an Instagram that's mine and then a family one. And I actually have a picture of him, which I love. He's making toast in our living room because at that time, when you're coming over here and there's so much money coming out, you're learning pound to dollar, the last thing on your mind is going out to buy a new $40 toaster. So we were using our American one with it.
Because when y'all get married, women cost money, guys. So I gotta go the cheapest route possible. So I'll be in the living room cooking up toast.
This converter weighed, for him it didn't weigh anything, but it was heavy, and I got tired of lugging that thing around. And we were plugging the TV into it, we were doing this or whatever. I haven't been in the living room. He's like, I'm just gonna bring the toaster in here and put the American outlet in so I can convert it down. But that's the struggles when you first move, guys.
Living room turned into a picnic area with all the bread and everything that I was cooking in there. Bear Grylls would be proud.
You learn how to survive at the easiest way possible. Let's get
God, you learn how to survive. Bro, it's not the trenches like that.
Survival.
Yeah, there we go. We're teaching our kids survival. When he stepped away,
It is really mad to see how different the experience is for them here than it was in the US.
I'm going to tell you a big problem for me, because it's not a problem for him. No outlets in the bathroom. British homes do not have outlets there.
I mean, I've got one in mind. It's just a plug for my shaver. That's it.
Every American home, we have our outlets in our bathroom for our hairdryer, our curling irons, and that is just not something you will get in a UK home. And I was taking drop cords, extension cords, plugging them into the hallway to be able to plug my hairdryer in to see a mirror inside the bathroom. It got super complicated. There's 3 girls in this house. So us all trying to do that between curling our hair, it's just very inconvenient. Right outside the bathroom, you get it. So I'm like trying to plug it in and try to make it wrap around to the mirror. Who knows what my hair looked like the first year till I could figure it out when we lived here, guys.
The overall lesson of the story, guys, is be like Bear Grylls. Be resourceful in your skills.
Never think it's not doable, because it is. You get used to
You
it.
adapt. You flex to every single circumstance that comes up.
This beautiful thing, American homes just do not have this. So
What is
it
that?
collects the rainwater,
Oh.
and then this little
I don't live in a house, so I couldn't even say what this is.
knob down here, you can turn it on, and your water will come out. Christian loves to play with it, but it's awesome for watering your plants and just recycling water to use outside for random things
Yeah, that is pretty cool, to be fair.
that you need. It's something else that's super simple, but these beautiful colored bins.
Beautiful bins.
Now, in America, some states definitely do recycle and have the different colored bins, but in some states it's way too expensive.
Wait, so it's not really a common thing to have like recycling bins? What? I would have thought the US would definitely have like recycling bins throughout.
So I love this recycling bin, and all I got to do is just, throw your stuff in, you pull it out to the curb on the day it's supposed to be picked up, and it's ready to go. So here is the outlet. You turn it on, or you can turn it off. Definitely looks different than an American plug. Those have not been seen in American homes, like maybe in the older homes, but today you would not usually see those. Okay guys, so I could go on and on about different things inside of a UK house versus an American home, but the last thing I want to kind of touch base on, because it is from a girl's standpoint, is there's no closets in UK homes.
Yeah, already storage, to be honest.
Now, I can't speak for every UK home because I've not been in every UK home, but any UK home I have been inside of does not have closets. So when we first came here, we had to buy what they call wardrobes. We had an extra bedroom in our house. When I say bedroom, it was kind of like a little box room. And we just lined up wardrobes inside that whole room, and we just used them as closets. And guys, tell me in the comment section. I don't understand why you don't have that to somewhere to store your clothes that's out of the
No
way.
space.
As an American that's used to a closet, I just kind of found that as one of my struggles when we first came over here. And there was a lot of things, it's just getting used to it, but I really do not understand why there's not closets in the bedroom. Your kitchen, you would usually have pantries, you would usually have closets that can just store your towels. Sometimes you just have random closets in America for storage. So to come over here and there not even be one in my bedroom, and guys, I'm a girl, and I'm a girly girl. Like, I like dresses, I like clothes that still have tags hanging on them. I have 100 pairs of shoes, no lie, probably more. And I just did not know where I was supposed to put all that. But I do like that lifestyle. It's more, I don't know, condensed, or more of you just get rid of things that you don't like. I didn't do that, but that's definitely something along the way I've learned to do. If you're not using it, get rid of it. I'm gonna end this video here. Hopefully you enjoyed.
Well, there we go. To be fair, they said a lot of different things. It's not mold, it's moss. Moss isn't infectious or known to cause any allergies. Oh, okay, that's what it was then. You do realize that you can get different size washing machines. You can get the same size as you want to get in America if you wanted to. Would it fit? Maybe it would, I don't know. The US is 45 times larger than the UK, so there's a lot of room for larger houses and wider streets. Most UK homes haven't got any room for utility room. So washing machines in the kitchen is the norm here. Only higher end apartments have aircon. Well, there you go. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. To be fair, there was a lot of differences. And yeah, I enjoyed this. It's got a lot of dislikes, but I feel like people get butt hurt too much. It's just a bit of fun at the end of the day. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. And until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.